Hey guys, it's Jason from EZCampus, and in this video I'll show you how to use our Event Planner Heatmap tool, also known as FMT for short. Alright, so this tool basically allows university student executives or people just trying to plan events for the university to view student availability based on their majors, also known as program maps on our site, which are basically just lists of course codes. So obviously these heat maps generated don't account for their personal lives. However, it definitely gives a good understanding of exactly when the selected enrolled students are in classes, so lectures, labs, tutorials. So from here we're able to view how many enrolled students are available or not, which would be like they're occupied in lectures, labs, or tutorials. And this can be done on a very precise interval, so our maximum precision interval is 30-minute intervals. So the numbers you see in the heat map cells indicate the numbers of enrolled students available at that date and time. So, for example, February 2nd at 1 p.m. Also, when you click a column, it will show you the amount of students on campus for that day. So clicking any element in the same column will give you like the same number of students that day, but it'll update like the heading. So for example, if I click 1, it'll show 1 p.m. on the day, or if I click 2, it'll show 2. So you've been watching me scroll through the calendar like back and forth, so you know there's that. But one thing I want to add to that, you can also use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard for scrolling. And so yeah, that about concludes like the basic functionality of the heat map. So in this specific example, what I actually have is year 2, year 3, and year 4 software engineering majors selected for the winter semester. And so yeah, this could be useful for if I want to say plan like a free donuts pop-up for all year 2, 3, and 4 software eng. So then I can go out and look and see what date and times they're available. So let's say I want to do this pop-up for like I don't know, the upcoming week, right? So today's Jan 15, so let's go back a little bit to the 15th, so that's Sunday. So yeah, we definitely should do the pop-up Tuesday or Wednesday between 1 to 2. So I'd say we'd rather do it Tuesday because as we can see, there's more students on the Tuesday than on the Wednesday, right? More software eng, Y2, 3, and 4 specifically, right? So yeah, Tuesday at 1, that's the optimal time to do it, right? Because nobody wants to do it at 6 or like 7, right? 6 a.m. or 7 p.m., right? Alright guys, so now I'm going to take you through a step-by-step kind of guide on how to use the FMT tool. Okay, so when you go on EZCampus.ca/executive, this is the page you're going to land on, the introduction. So first things first, the way you can navigate through these is just by clicking through them. Going back to the introduction page, we basically have a short description here, the video in which you can just go to various sections and also full screen. So say I wanted to go to 1:10 and full screen it. Alright guys, so next up is the program map section. So to go here you just click it. So this section right here, like this is a very important section. The whole purpose of it is that you select the program maps that you want to view academic availability for. So like basically the course codes that I want to look at in the heat map to see when they're available and when they're not, right? So here I just select my semester. It's Jan 15 right now. I'm in the winter semester, so let's do that. Alright, so from here I have two options. I can search by keywords, you know, typing it in, or I could view all program maps in the semester, right? So this is nice, but there's a lot of pages, right? A lot of courses, or a lot of program maps in the winter 2023 semester, right? Available on our site at least. So it's better to search by keyword, right? So say I wanted to do like, you know, I don't know, a general first year kind of event for all the first years, whatever, right? So we can search that up and try to make that happen, right? Year 1, let's see, general engineering, perfect. Let's do health science year 1 winter. That's year 2, year 3. Perfect. Public science, that works for me. Business year 1 winter. Year 1 semester 2. Nice. Accounting. I know nursing has a very unique schedule. Let's try that one. First year winter. Perfect. All right, so I think that's good. You know what? Let's one more. IT first year winter. Let's see if there's anything for IT. Networking. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right. That's good for me. In the winter semester, it seems to be a broad enough range of students. Okay, so here by default, the start date is just going to be today's date, and then the end will be a month away from today's date. So in this case, it's just January 15th to February 15th. You can just, like, go around here, select a new date if you'd like, but I'm not going to. For either or. And then the next one is advanced properties. So this is the last one before you render. Alright, so in the advanced properties, we have 3 places where we can edit. So we have the use maximum capacity. So enabling this feature allows you to use like the maximum amount of seats available for the course code selected. So say I'm looking over the availability of students that are taking Calculus 2 or Math 1020U. So if I check this, I'm assuming that like the 300 available seats are taken. But if I don't check it, which is the case by default, I will actually take the 290 students that are actually registered. And this actually looks at like the specific semester and sees that there's 290 people registered, right? Say, for example, time points per day is just the intervals on which you're looking at. And then here you can like add a specific course code on top of the program maps that you selected. So here I selected all the year 1 stuff, all the year 1 program maps, but say there's an extra liberal science elective that I want to take, that I want to add on to this to make sure that they're available for this elective. So say it's this one. I click OK. But actually I don't want to do this because I don't want any extra courses, so let me just delete that. Now I'm just going to click render. So sometimes if it's your first time rendering that calendar, it'll take a while. So be patient with that. But here it is, perfect. All right. So this is what we got for the first years. So we can scroll through the heat map, and just view whatever we want. This was kind of explained earlier, so you go back in the video a little bit if you want to see a more in-depth explanation of the heat map and how it works. We can just immediately see like, alright, well, I don't know, if we wanted to plan an event around in the day, it'd be kind of better to do it like say the Tuesday the 24th of Jan, 5 p.m. That's nice. Let's see, maybe do it a bit earlier on the 17th. Seems to be the same kind of situation. Maybe Thursday at 4. Doesn't seem too bad. You can also check like, okay, Thursday at 4 we got 3.4 thousand of those people, people in these programs, general eng and so on campus. So we can say, okay, Thursday versus Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday actually has 2.8. So Thursday would be more traffic maybe, right? And so this is when you would just, plan your event on your own thing, on your own accord, right? Yeah, so we can also minimize these properties just to view the calendar, right? Also minimize the calendar if you want, or the heat map, sorry, I should say. Yeah, and that's basically that. Alright, so all cumulative program maps are basically just program maps that account for like more like broad kind of majors. Like for example, instead of selecting all the software, automotive, mechanical, electrical engineering for second year, say, I could just do all second year engineering students for the second year for the first semester, right? And then I would just get that in one program map instead of having to go and search for, electrical and then mechanical, right? So it's just kind of much nicer for the user, for you guys. Another thing to notice about all cumulative program maps is there's a lot of course codes for every program map, since it's a big kind of compilation of just multiple majors, right? So that's one thing to notice about these. Alright, so here I have some electrical and automotive engineering schedules, year 2 and 4 specifically, for the winter semester, at 24 time points, which are 1 hour intervals, right? So I can just change that in the advanced properties. I can use the slider, so I can slide it up, and you'll see that these will basically kind of just double in like vertical length, right? So you can see they're kind of more stretched out. So now it's half an hour intervals instead of 1 hour, since there's 48 time points instead of 24 now. And so you can kind of see the data clearer on a more precise interval here. However, like, the students with class will always remain the same. So say the Tuesday the 17th is 966. Put it to 24, it'll still be the same, right? Tuesday the 17th, 966. So that doesn't change. It's just like the data's like interval representation, right? And so you can also put this down, like say I want to put it to like 12, right? I could do that. But it kind of looks worse because you can't really tell. The time ranges are a bit too like broad, right? So I'd say it's better to keep it on the safe side, 24 plus, but it's like 34 even. You can put weird kind of intervals and it still works. It'll give you some odd intervals, but it'll generate nevertheless, right? 118, 242, maybe 36 would work better. Yeah, 40-minute intervals is pretty nice, right? And yeah, so that's basically the time points feature in depth. Alright guys, so thank you for watching our video tutorial about the Event Planner Heatmap tool. If you need to contact us, you can email us at info@EZCampus.ca, so info@EZCampus.ca. This is also the email. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to make any program map requests, or if you're having just any issues with the site, any bugs or anything like this of this nature,